Good day everyone! Welcome to Math with Teacher Justin. On today's topic, we're going to talk about identifying if the mapping is a function or not. Okay, so we have three different types of mapping. So first is a one-to-one correspondent. A one-to-one correspondent is each element in the domain is paired to exactly one element in the range. So this is one example of a one-to-one correspondent. And take note that a one-to-one correspondent is a function. Next type is many-to-one correspondent. A many-to-one correspondent is each element in the domain is paired to one element in the range. So this is one example of many-to-one correspondent. Okay, take note that a many-to-one correspondent is a function. And the last type of mapping is one-to-many correspondent. So this is one example of one-to-many correspondent, and it is each element in the domain is paired to more than one element in the range. For example, Ant-Man is paired to Hank Pym and Scott Lang. Therefore, for one-to-many correspondent, it is not a function. Now let's have some example in identifying if a mapping is a function or not. Okay, so let's have our first example. So for example, we have the name of the students and it is paired to their math grades. Now based on our observation, this mapping is a one-to-one correspondent. Since this is a one-to-one correspondence, this mapping is a function. Alright, okay, let's have another example. So for example, we have the BTS members and their birth month. Based on our observation, we have two members of BTS, Jin and V, has the same birth month, which is December. RM and Jungkook also share the same birth month, which is September. So this mapping is considered to be a many-to-one correspondent. And since we have a many-to-one correspondent, this is also considered as a function. Alright, okay, let's have another example. So for example, we have superheroes and it is paired to the actors who portray those superheroes. So in this mapping, we have Spider-Man, who is paired to three different actors. We have Tom Holland, Tobey, and Andrew Garfield. Hulk is paired to three different actors: Mark Ruffalo, Edward Norton, and Eric Bana. Since we have one superhero being portrayed by three different actors, this is an example of a one-to-many correspondent. And since it is a one-to-many correspondence, this is not a function. Let's have another example. So for example, we have the list of the names of the Jedi and it is paired to the color of their lightsaber. This type of mapping is considered as a many-to-one correspondent. And for a many-to-one correspondent, it is going to be a function. Alright. Okay, let's have another example. So for example, we have a Filipino musician being paired to their music group. So first, we have Yael being paired to Sponge Cola, Rico Blanco being paired to River Maya, and Ellie Buendia being paired to three different music groups: Pupil, The Octave, and Eraserheads. Raymond Marasigan is also being paired to three different music groups: Eraserheads, Pedicab, and Sandwich. Also, Mark Abayan is paired to two different music groups: Sandwich and Cage One. Now, this type of mapping is considered to be one-to-many correspondence because one of the element of X, which is the musician, for example, Ellie Buendia, Raymond Marasigan, and Mark Abayan, being paired to a number of music groups. So, a many-to-one correspondent is considered not a function. Alright, okay, let's have our last example for today. So, for example, we have the cartoon characters and paired to their best friends. So, looking at our examples, SpongeBob is paired to Patrick, Stewie is paired to Brian, Kim Possible is paired to Ron, Mordecai is paired to Rigby, Finn the Human is paired to Jake the Dog, and Tommy Pickles is paired to Chucky Finster. So this type of mapping is considered to be a one-to-one correspondent. And a one-to-one correspondent is a function. Alright. Now that you already know how to identify if the given mapping is a function or not, it is your turn to try it. Please click the link in our description box below in order for you to test your skills. That's it for today. Again, I'm Teacher Justin. Goodbye, God bless, and stay safe. See you on my next video. Peace!